Yes, hello class. I hope you are doing well. And as we already met last week, I already took you through an introduction phase of GIS in urban navigation. And today, I want to take you through introduction to QGIS, how you can add data to QGIS, and also get familiar with the QGIS interface. For us to get started very fast, let us open our QGIS. So once you've already installed your software, your QGIS software, and you make sure that you have also prepared all the data sets that you need to use, then you get started with the system, actually interacting with the system, doing your analysis. But then, very important, when you open QGIS, you'll find the recent projects that you've been working on opened already here, and you can decide to open those projects and work with them if you still continue in those work projects. For example, there's this specific project that I've been working with. I can continue open this one and I continue working with this project. But also, I can open other projects. I can open a new project, for example, and I work with and I start from scratch, of course. But very important, it's important for you to know that before you even start working on a project, you should have a working folder where you would be saving your work. For my case, I have a folder here that I've been working on that is an urban navigation. Of course, this is the course we are handling. So and now I will be doing all my work within this project, and I have my data set already stored in this very folder. I have here an output folder also where I will be saving the outputs that we are doing. And I believe you should do the same. After you've done that, of course, you need to now open your QGIS and make sure you create a project. And how to create a project, you can just come here to new and then make sure you save this project. Okay, you save it as come to save as, and then browse to the folder where you're working in. In this case, I'll call this practical 3. So that is, I'll call this project here as practical 3, and that's the folder we are working in. So yes, we have our interface here, our QGIS interface already existing here. But it's important for you, if it's the very first time you're getting to this QGIS interface, you need to understand what all these other toolbars mean, what all these tools mean here, because these are the tools you're going to be interacting with. For example, if I already had a project I've been working with earlier on, and I have opened this interface, but I do not want to work here, and I want to open a new project, the project I've been working with, then I need to just basically come to this that looks like a file, and when I click on this, of course, I can open the projects I've been working with. For example, this project 1. If I open this project 1, then we have definitely the projects I've been working with will definitely come here. And again, if I want to go to project 2, I can make some changes. Of course, to always want you to make changes. If I want to work with project 2, I'll still open project 2, and then project 2 will of course appear here, and this is project 2. So again, it's just how you try to play around with the data set that you with this interface. You try to learn it. The second thing that that you need to learn very well is one, that this is a save button, this particular button here. So whenever you do any kind of work, make sure you save the work you are doing, because if you do not save and your computer shuts down, then you lose all the data that you have. So after working, let it be a rule of thumb that after every 5 minutes you save the work you have done, because this is very, very important. Otherwise, you will always lose your work. But also within this other interface here, I will take you through the very, very basics. Other things you'll learn from scratch. This is the pan map. In this particular icon is very important. If you wanted to move this this map of yours around your points around. Maybe you want to put it here, you want to put it here, anywhere that you want to put. You need to use this particular tool here to help you to drag this wherever you want to put it. Imagine you've ended your data and your data is somewhere here at the extreme end, so you cannot be in position to work when you're not seeing the whole of the data set. So you need to bring your points here and be able to see what you're going to work with. So that is the importance of this tool. This other one here is very good also in case you have your work and you want to maybe pan to selections. It's very important for you to use this particular tool. But now here, in this other one, the plus sign and the minus sign, these are good for zooming in and zooming out. For example, if I have the plus sign here, I will be able to make sure I zoom in as much as I can with the plus sign. But if I click on the minus sign, of course, and I continue clicking here, I'm able to zoom. I'm able to zoom in, so to zoom out. So it's very, very important for you to know how to play around with this. But this other one here, which is this other particular icon here, is zoom to full extent of which says yes, zoom full. So in case my work has been, I've overstretched it, I have opened it and I don't understand it, I just need to click here, and of course my work will automatically come here. And then of course we have other icons here. This particular one here is a selection icon. So in case you want to select the feature, and what do I mean here? Let me first zoom in and you see what I mean. So if this is my work, or my points already here, and maybe I want to work with specific points and not all points. Maybe I want to work with points from around this area here. So I need to come to selection here and select feature. And when I click on this, I should be in position to select my points. I don't know why it is not selecting. Let me just check again here. Let me sorry, I'm not understanding, but this is a selection feature, and you use it for selecting, and you can use either the select by polygon, whether you want to use the radius. For example, if I want to use a radius, I'm able to do this and be able to select. So you play around with this and get to know what you want. But also, if I want to understand the statistics of whatever I'm doing, then of course I can use statistics here, and I'll be able to understand the statistics of the analysis I'm running and see the values that will of course appear here in this other small console here that has opened here. The other thing is this is measure line. Of course, if I want to measure the distance between 2 points, let me say from this point here to another point here, then I need to click on this and then click on that will be able to show me the distance. Yeah, but of course I need to double click here for me to be able to know that yes, this is the distance I'm actually between this point and the other point. You can also change this to, let us say, you can change this to kilometers, and maybe you want to know how many kilometers this is. For example, from this point to this point is 14 kilometers. And if I want to get to know to another point, I can just add here and know that from this other point here to the next point, if I add all the 3 points, that is 27 kilometers. So if I want to move from this point to the second point, then to the third point, I need to move for 27 kilometers. So these are some of the key things. And of course, we have here other features, and for example, open data set sort manager. This one is very good when you want to add your data sets. For example, you have some data points, you have some shape files, you have some raster data sets that you need to work with. It's important for you to know where to go to add that data, and this is the point. This is the button that you use to make sure you add that data. And of course here, If you want some new geo packages layers, you can add it using here. If you want to add direct from here, you want to get a new shape file, you can add. And again, these very buttons are here if I want to add a shape file, and a raster, whatever. So you need to take time to try to understand this whole interface of QGIS. The other very important, we have very hidden other hidden features here that I'm going to show you. But here on this very top here, we have here the edit. So where you can copy a feature, you can paste a feature, you can edit a feature. So this is again very, very important. If you want to edit maybe the attribute table and all this, you can always come to the edits here. The other one here, if you come to view, you can see view pan map and all the other zoom, all the other ones you've been seeing here, the other points features you've been seeing here. For example, these ones you can also find them here. They are all of them have been shown here, and this is also very, very important for you to know. Imagine you're working and you cannot see your layers here. You have your points here, but you cannot see your layers, and you get stuck. You say, where is my layer? It's very easy. Just come to view, and from view here, move to pans, and when you move to panels here, basically go to layers. When you click on layers, your feature should your layer interface should be back here. So again, you need to be able to master these things. It's something that you need to take time and try to master. Then there is the settings here. You can, depending on what you want to do, you can navigate through these and make sure you know, okay, fine, you make the different settings that you want to do. But before you do anything, make sure you read and understand whatever you want to do. But the very important part is the plugins. QGIS works with plugins. For example, you want to create a map, you want to add a base map, but you need to understand what plugins you need to do this. When I click on plugins, of course it will open this interface here, but then I have to manage and install. There's manage and install plugins. So when I click on manage and install plugins, a new window will have to open, and this window here will have all the different plugins that are available here. For the plugins that I've installed, you'll be able to see them under installed plugins here. So you'll be able to see all the plugins that I've installed here. But the plugins that have not been installed, you can also go to not installed and be able to see the plugins that have not been installed. But one very important thing you have to note is that when you're going to install a plugin, you need to make sure you're connected to internet, because if you're not connected to internet, then you will not be able to see the not installed plugins. You will be able to see the installed plugins, and you will also there's this other one where you can install plugins from zip when you've already downloaded your plugin somewhere from an online source, and then you want to install, you can get it from there. But if you want to install directly from here, then you will need to have your internet connected. Otherwise, if you don't have your internet connected, then you will not be able to see these not installed plugins, and you will be stuck at this particular point. But let me imagine, for example, I want to uninstall this particular plugin, that is the quick OSM. So if I uninstall this plugin from here, if I uninstall it, it will have to, yes, now it has said it has successfully been uninstalled. It will move back to the not installed plugins. But if I want this plugin, then I need to come to quick OSM. So when I click on quick OSM, I should be able to find it here. Now here I can again install this plugin, and once you've installed this plugin, then you're free to work. This plugin, for example, the quick OSM, is very good when you're going to deal with base maps, when you want to add a base map layer. This plugin is very important. Without this plugin, you will not be able to add a base map layer. For example, you want to add a base map layer from OpenStreetMaps, so it's very important that you get this plugin installed. I think I need to wait for it. My network, I've been uninstalled it, but my network is it may not be very, very good because of my location, but but now it is taking quite some time to install. But in case I had a very strong internet, by now it should have already installed. Yeah. I am attempted to abort this process because it's taken quite some time, and we need to proceed. Yeah, we need to proceed. So I will install that plugin later on for my own use later on. So again here, you have the vectors, you have the rasters, and these are other analysis tools. If you want to do several kinds of analysis, you want to do some projections, and this particular plugin, I installed it some time back when I was doing some analysis. So you need to read also. It's very important to read literature for you to know what plugins you want to do. And for example, if I want to do some kind of analysis, some maybe hotspot analysis, I want to do something, I need to go and ask Google. I ask Google, what plugins do I need to do this particular analysis in QGIS, and then Google will bring for you the list of the plugins you need to use. Then you go and install those plugins, and those plugins are available. So this is very, very important for you. And of course, imagine I wanted to install to put my base map layer. Of course, when I come to quick maps, I come to web, then from web I come to quick map services, then from quick map services I will come to the OSM. Now the OSM here, of course, I uninstalled it the other side, and I think I aborted my installation process. So I'm not sure if it will really work because I've not done that yet. So I am not sure if it will really work. But this is the maps I already downloaded before, so you can already see them here. So if you wanted to add a base map like this, you can be able to add this because I already downloaded them here, so they cannot disappear. Yeah. That is it. So the next step we are going to do is we are going to learn how to add data in QGIS, and for this particular one, watch the next video, which is how to add data in QGIS and do some data visualization. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.